Hello and welcome to xCellento. In today's video, we'll see some of the most insane megaprojects that never made it to completion. Starting with number 10 on our list, the world's largest mall. In 2005, the new South China Mall opened. The mall has a total size of 5 million square feet and can hold up to 2,400 shops, making it the world's largest shopping center in terms of leasable space, which is more than twice the size of the largest shopping center in the United States. The only problem is that, despite the spectacular design and good intentions, only a few of the stores are open. It's like wandering through a ghost mall, with demolished shops, dusty corridors, and escalators wrapped in soiled sheets. Garbage is building up around the walls, and the paint is peeling off. At the same time that the 1,800-foot roller coaster roars overhead, staff at the mall's internal amusement park lie half asleep over counters or pass the time speaking with one another. At number 9, we have Sanzhi House, Taiwan. The Sanzhi Village was a unique structure built along a short stretch of coastline in northern Taiwan. The buildings were generally known as UFO houses due to their otherworldly architecture. The strange-looking space village was developed for wealthy city people who wanted to get away from the city on weekends. Both locals and tourists are perplexed by this abandoned futuristic luxury vacation destination. Many stories have circulated about the events that led to its demise, but no one seems to know why or how the location fell into such ruin. Number 8. The world's largest abandoned park. Wonderland's ruins are a half-built amusement park near a highway in Shenzhou town of China, some 20 miles northeast of central Beijing. The park's construction, which developers promised would be Asia's largest amusement park, was halted in 1998 owing to price disputes with the local government and farmers. After developers attempted but failed to continue construction in 2008, local teenagers and a few photographers are drawn to the abandoned construction sites, which are marked with notices warning people to proceed at their own risk. Number 7. Raya, Gyeong, North Korea. In the mid-1980s, North Korea intended to boost its image by building something gigantic that would be known around the world. In an attempt to lure Western investors, the North Koreans drew plans for a 105-story hotel that would have been the world's largest. The estimated cost was roughly $230 million. The hotel's construction began in 1987 and was expected to be completed in time for the 13th World Festival of Youth and Students in 1989. Unfortunately, developers encountered virtually every conceivable hurdle, and by 1992, the cost had climbed to nearly $750 million, or 2% of North Korea's total GDP, due to various delays and challenges. The tower had achieved its full architectural height, but due to a bankrupt government and a lack of foreign investors, it was unable to be completed. Number 6. Centro Financiero Confinanzas, Venezuela. To those who are unaware, the Centro Financiero stands 45 floors tall in the financial center of Venezuela's capital, Caracas, and is the 6th largest structure in Latin America. Its sparkling glass front, which was created for national and international enterprises, reflects the sun, projecting affluence and economic prowess. Yet on the inside, a completely different reality exists. After the death of its principal investor, David Brillenborough, in 1993 and the Venezuelan banking crisis a year later, it came to a halt, leaving an empty and incomplete symbol of financial collapse. Ironically, it was supposed to represent Venezuela's unstoppable petrol-fueled economic expansion. On number 5, we have the Dream Airport above New York. In the 1940s, one of New York's most prominent real estate developers, William Zeckendorf, suggested a rooftop airport in Midtown Manhattan along the Hudson River, nicknamed New York City's Dream Airport. The megastructure would cover 144 Manhattan blocks, with a 70-meter-high deck roughly the size of Central Park, and a series of 10-story buildings beneath the deck for waiting rooms, ticket offices, and small shops. It would have been the largest airport project in history. The main purpose of this proposal was to minimize travel time in the 1940s. If finished, the airport would have forever changed New York. There are clear reasons why this idea did not come to reality. An airport in the heart of the world's busiest city would be a nightmare for its inhabitants. Traffic in New York was already a major issue, and with people flocking to Midtown for their flights, city planners would face yet another congestion concern. Number 4. The Mile High Club, Illinois. The Illinois was Frank Wright's 1956 concept for a Mile High Club, which was a 1,600-meter-tall skyscraper. The Chicago-based design would have comprised 528 floors and a gross area of 18.5 million square feet. It would have been the highest skyscraper in the world by far, standing more than 4 times the height of the Empire State Building at the time, and nearly twice the height of the world's current tallest building, the Burj Khalifa. This is undoubtedly the most well-known of the semi-serious visionary structures designed to provide an alternative to the rising urban sprawl seen in most cities. Unfortunately, none of them have ever been considered financially viable. Number 3. Hashima Island. The island of Hashima, commonly known as Battleship Island, is located in the East China Sea, 9 miles off the coast of Japan. When coal was discovered on the seafloor beneath the island in the 1880s, the Mitsubishi company that was mining the coal at the time used to bring miners from Nagasaki to the labor site. The corporation then determined that it would be easier to build housing for workers and their families in Hashima in the form of a massive multi-story concrete tower. Although it never completed fully, it was one of the most densely populated areas on the Earth. When the coal ran out in 1974, the Mitsubishi firm informed the locals that they would be able to find work on the mainland on a first-come, first-served basis, which explains why so many people evacuated swiftly, leaving coffee cups on tables and bicycles lying against the walls. Number 2. The most iconic hotel in the world. When the Centro company acquired properties to the north and west in 1902, it started making plans to expand its headquarters at Broadway and Bourne Street in Lower Manhattan. The first plan by architect Ernest Flagg was for a 35-story tower, but the corporation quickly chose to nearly double that height with a structure about 600 feet tall. Chief engineer of the project worked on the wind bracing for the slender tower, as well as the pricey caisson foundations. Despite being substantially taller than prior buildings, the Singer Tower only maintained the mark for a year until being eclipsed by the Metropolitan Life Tower. The Singer Corporation sold the building in 1963, and it was demolished in 1968 to make way for the United States Steel Building. And here comes the number 1, the Chicago Spire. Christopher Carley of the Fordham Company first unveiled this skyscraper in July 2005. Garrett Keller took over the project after it failed to obtain the necessary financing, using his own funds with assistance from the Anglo-Irish Bank. Construction was halted in 2008, and Anglo-Irish Bank filed a foreclosure complaint against Shelbourne Development, demanding $77 million in default loan payments. The Chicago Spire, at 610 meters, would have been taller than both the Willis Tower and the World Trade Center in New York. It would have been the world's highest exclusively residential structure, and the third tallest structure in the United States. Well, that's it. What do you think about these insane abandoned megaprojects? If you have any questions or comments, let us know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of our amazing videos. You can also watch our other videos suggested just for you. See you in the next video.